Animations occasionally trip up, and restoring apps from standby gets old really fast. A good example is switching from streaming Spotify to shooting a video. By the time you're done with the camera, Spotify's already been dumped from memory, and you need to relaunch it to resume listening. The hardware limitations make having a conversation in an app like Facebook Messenger more frustrating too, thanks to the constant need to reload upon restore. Maxing out the Snapdragon with a game like Asphalt 8, you can see the hardware struggling to keep up at points. On lighter impact games, everything holds together nicely. The 830 didn't have any trouble with Jetpack Joyride or Rise of Glory, and of course, Trivia Crack and Words with Friends ran just fine, though they weren't without their own bugs. Voice calling is also win some, lose some. Audio quality was fine on my end, but inbound callers said they didn't have any trouble hearing background sounds from where I was either. And the speakerphone is plenty loud, but again, its rear firing position makes it ill-suited for doing much but listening to music. Fortunately, reception seemed on point in cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth, especially the latter. Even when paired to a Nokia charging plate, an LG headset, and a Microsoft band at the same time, I had almost no connection troubles. In the mid-range and high-end, a Lumia phone lives or dies by its camera. And on the spec sheet, Nokia imbued the 830 with a shooter to be proud of. It's a 10-megapixel PureView sensor mated to a 6-element lens, and yes, it's optically stabilized. When the Lumia 830 finally gets its true denim update, so it can run Lumia Camera 5, it's going to be much more impressive. Possibly one of the best mid-range shooters out there. For now, its output is just fine. You don't get the outrageous digital zoom, the crazy oversampling, or the shallow depth of field effects of higher-end Lumias, but color reproduction is much better here than it was on the Lumia 1020, as we show in our comparison going up tomorrow. Also, low-light performance is nice, thanks to OIS, and if you do need to fire up the LED flash, you'll be glad it's there, as long as your subject isn't moving too much. You'll also be happy to know the 830 is fully compatible with the Lumia Selfie app that allows self-portraits to be taken with the main shooter, since the front-facing camera is nothing special, especially in low-light situations.
That's right. Y'all gonna be driving around the world because y'all don't even know where y'all going.
Video output tops out at 1080p and 30 FPS, but it gets a boost on the audio side from the 3-microphone rich recording setup. And as long as you don't have the camera going the whole time, you should be able to get a day of moderate to heavy use out of a full charge on the 2200 mAh battery, even while using Bluetooth accessories rather heavily. And thanks to the removable power pack, you can always spend a little money on a spare battery to get you through long trips without a charger. So what we have in the Lumia 830 is a starkly, almost painfully average smartphone. There's just nothing truly exemplary about this product. In that sense, it's much more mid-range than flagship, and anyone seeking the latter will be much better served by the Lumia 930. Now, in the United States, the 930 is exclusive to Verizon in the form of the Lumia icon, and that leaves the 830 as the only sub-6-inch Windows phone even near the high-end on AT&T. So if what you're looking for is the most modern Windows phone, well, the 830 sort of becomes your default choice. But it's not cheap enough to be a budget phone, and it's not good enough to be a premium one. When it comes to Windows Phone, it seems you can have a mid-range phone or a flagship, but you can't have both. For more on the Lumia 830, see our comparisons with the 1020 and 930 above, and be sure to subscribe, follow, and visit Pocket Now everywhere else on the internet at the links in the description below. Till next time, this has been Michael Fisher with Pocket Now, Captain Two Phones on Twitter, reminding you that denim doesn't always mean denim, unless you're talking Levi's. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.